I just jump right back into it. Cause yeah, we were cursed, man, by Yahweh. The most high Yahweh. This is Deuteronomy 28. And we're gonna start at 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power. So it said the Lord thy God, the Lord your God, because thy is means like mines. So it's not the God of the world, it's the God of the Israelites. So Yahweh thy power to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day. The Lord, Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. So that's the blessings, man. That's the blessings that Yahweh said he would do. He would set us above high on all the nations. But if you jump to verse 15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And from 16 all the way over, so Deuteronomy 28, you go from 16 all the way to 68 is full of curses that shall fall upon us, man. And I can't go into depth. I ain't gonna go into depth with it right now. I can, but I'm not going to. But it's like watching Roots, 12 Years a Slave, or any one of them slave movies. You want to understand that that's what it is. You know what? I'm gonna go into a couple of curses. Yeah. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which is David. That's proof of reincarnation, because our king, everybody, all of us had to serve this slavery in our spirit. Our spirit came back and we served slavery. So all y'all say, if I was there back in the day, your ass was there, your ass was getting whipped, and your ass was in line. It wasn't none of that. Nah, your ass was here. Your soul came back in somebody, and you experienced the curses that Yahweh said he was going to put on us. That's why your lineage goes back to being here, because your ass was here. Somebody was here. Your grandma and the ancestors, they all went through slavery. Our spirit came back, and we all witnessed it. So Yahweh shall bring thee, because it's Deuteronomy 28 and 36. Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone. And that Christian cross is wood. That's pagan. It goes back to pagan, but that is the wood that our people worship. And the stone is the cobblestone, the Quran. Because if you believe in Allah and y'all talk all this Quran, y'all should know that it's a cobblestone over there in Mecca in the Middle East that they walk around and kiss and bang their head on and all that shit. It is a stone that they worship, and that's what your Islam goes back to, man. That and Scientology, because they sold out too. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. And a proverb and byword, nigger, African American, spick, wetback, they all proverbs and bywords, man. That's not who we are. Black is a byword, man. We're not black. I'm not black. I'm brown. We are different shades of brown, man. Israel is as a spotted bird to the Most High. We're not black. We are brown. All right. You know what? It said, yeah, in 20, Deuteronomy 26, I'm going to jump to 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder. They as in the curses. The curses shall be upon us as a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever. So Israel is still under these curses, man. As you can see, we're still slaves. We're still cursed to be brought low. And as a sign, as in, this is our sign when we wonder. When you wonder why slavery happened, when you wonder why we're so low and it's so hard to fucking get up, and so it's why we just don't fit in as a people. How these other nations could come from wherever they come from, open bodegas and gas stations and get it easy, and we still suffering trying to build ourselves up. That's the sign. So when you wondering, the sign is this Bible, man. It's curses that the Lord put us under. That's why we don't fit in. All right. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, So we have enemies. We served our enemies, man. That's how I know who my enemy is, because the Bible said I will serve my enemy, which Yahweh shall send against thee. So my enemy been sent against me by the Lord. In hunger, so it said I will serve them in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And when I'm hungry, don't I go to these stores? When I need clothes, don't I go to these stores? Anything I need, I gotta go. I can't make my own clothes. I can't grow my own food. So I go to my enemies and want for all things, man. That's a simple prophecy right there, man. We are doing that as the day goes by. You go to your enemy and for want for all things. That is your enemy, because he put you in bondage and captivity, and he still has you in there. You think you've been freed? Emancipation means to transfer ownership from one to another. So we've been transferred from the slave master to the state. The state owns us now. That's what the Emancipation Proclamation was, man. We was never freed. Lincoln didn't free the slaves, and he never tried to make us equal. Yeah, and one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And please find the time to Google yoke of iron, and it will show you the pictures of us Negroes being yoked, having yokes of iron around our necks, man, and being brought low, being in servitude, man. All right, for verse 49, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from afar and from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Now, who exalt themselves as the eagle? Whose symbol is the eagle? You flip your fucking nickel or your dollar over, your quarter over, you going to find out who is the nation that Yahweh brought against us, as swift as the eagle. As swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, because we didn't understand this English tongue, man. We were speaking Hebrew. The Indians, more of a broken Hebrew, but we were Hebrew. We are Hebrew, man. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young, because they was throwing the young in the slave fields. They was killing the young. They was making the old work till they died, and they was fucking killing the old too. So they showed them no regard. Fierce countenance. He was fierce, man. Esau would rip the babies out of the Indians. They would use you babies, you nigger babies, for gator bait. You could Google that too. He used to cut the women open, cut the stomachs open of the northern tribe, the so-called natives, Native Americans, pull the baby out and rip the baby in half to show their strength, to show that, like, as a contest, man, to show how strong they was. Use the baby, hold the baby by the feet and just pull the baby and tear the damn baby in half, man. A nation of fierce countenance, man. And we're gonna jump to 68. All right, matter of fact, 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. So the tender man, so because us, we were tender and delicate to each other. We were supposed to be like that. It said his eye shall be evil to his brother. And that's these shootings in the streets every day. That's niggas just can't get along. His eye is evil towards his brother, man. You niggas a black dude to kill another black dude faster than they fucking punch a white dude in the fucking face for calling him a nigga. You feel me? Like, come on, man. You got that's a curse, man. Yahweh put that on us, on our hearts, man. His eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Come on, man. That's the curse of not having father in the home, man. We are king to these curses. We rule these curses, man. We rule these curses with a rod of iron. We rule them. These curses fit us to a T, man. They describe the nation of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You so-called. It says evil towards his wife and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. That's a man leaving home. That's you niggas. That's us growing up without pops and shit, man. Alright, and we're going to jump to 68. Alright, matter of fact, we're going to jump to 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, which is Yahweh, in the name of his son Yahweh Shai, Yahweh thy power. That's the fearful name, the glorious and fearful name that we should fear, man. We don't take the name in vain. Yahweh is his name. He's giving it back to us. That's what we read in Daniel's at the time of the end. The time of the end, man. The prophecies is for the end. Many shall be made pure. This is us being made pure by calling on the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. And yeah, I'm gonna jump to 68. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto you, thou shalt see it again no more. And there ye shall be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right, so the whole breakdown to that verse is, bring thee into Egypt. This is the spiritual Egypt. And I'm gotta hit home, gotta give you one for that, because this is spiritually Egypt. Like I said, it's a spiritual thing. This is spiritual Egypt. Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. That's the prophecy of this right here. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. So Egypt is bondage. Egypt means bondage, man. It's known for bondage. The back of your dollar has a pyramid. And Egypt, another definition for Egypt, Egypt means bondage. When you look Egypt up, the definitions of Egypt is bondage, man. So the Lord shall bring thee into bondage again with ships, this time with slave ships. That's the curse of you niggas, slave ships, right? By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it again no more. Talk about our homeland. We ain't going to see Jerusalem again. All right. And there, and here in spiritual Egypt, which is America, ye shall be sold to your enemies for bondman, which is a slave man, and a slave woman. It's the prophecy of you niggas going into slavery. Do you understand how true this Bible is? A fool have said in his heart, the most there is no God. You got to be a fool to not read this and understand that slavery was destined for you niggas from when you went off. This was written in the time of Moses. Yahweh was talking to Moses, and he told Moses to tell the children of Israel this after he brought them out of Egypt. He gave them rules and regulations, man. And it says, no man shall buy you. And that don't mean like buy you as a slave. That means redeem you. No man shall redeem you. Because we are not redeemed. Malcolm X ain't redeem us. Martin Luther King damn sure ain't redeem us with that dream. That false prophet dream of us walking, holding hand in hand. The Lord said he was going to put us over all the nations. How the hell we going to be walking hand in hand with these other nations? Yahweh said he said he shall put us above all the nations. See, I shall set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. So it ain't no walking hand in hand. We're going to be over them as it is written. Yeah, so no man shall redeem us, man, because when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's not coming back as a man. He's coming back in a celestial body, which they will call extraterrestrial. He's coming back celestial, man, and that's how he's going to save us. So he's not coming back as a man. He's going to come back and redeem us, buy us back, as we were sold into slavery, not with money. We ain't going to be redeemed with money. And with that, I'm going to say shalom. All praises to the Most High Yahweh in the name of his son Yahweh Shai, which is call as all, halal as in praises, Yahweh, Bahashem is in the name, Baha in the Shem is name, Yahweh Shai. So call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Thank you, Yahweh. And shalom to the elect, baby. This shit is almost over, man. Last Trump. Trump is the last Trump, man. He's just sounding off. Shalom.